Well, a pleasant evening to all our viewers, and welcome to another edition of Bonje on GIS TV. And tonight, I'm happy to say that we have our friends on GBN, the GBN network as well. So we want to welcome you to yet another exciting hour on TV, where, as per usual, we'll be having quite some interesting interviews and some video clips, and the evening is going to be really, really interesting. But of course, we'll start with our usual Bonje news, of course. So, what have we today? Well, the national championships will be held at the National Cricket Stadium on Saturday, 15th March, and that will be tomorrow. And it ends on 16th March at 10 a.m. So that's 2 days of the national championships, tomorrow and Sunday. So plan your lives accordingly. Go and have fun. The Grenada Cultural Foundation webpage and Facebook account is up and running. Interested persons can visit the website at culture.gd. and on Facebook page at Cultural Foundation, Grenada Cultural Foundation. And let me tell you something. I have to say it. I went on the website. Yeah, but I've been there. I mean, I should have been there before. But I went on the website, Bonje. Man, you would not believe the amount of information on the website. It's still a work in progress, but I was pleasantly surprised. I saw information about some of Grenada's artists. I saw history of Grenada. I saw agriculture, just about everything, and it's a work in progress. But I want to say hats off to the creators of the website, people who are actually building the website, and for, of course, initiating, well, the foundation for initiating the website. Because if you really want to get some information on Grenada, that's the place to go. As I say, it's still a work in progress, but I see where it's heading, and it's going to be a bomb. So go check it. The Cultural Foundation website is something they need to see. St. Patrick's, we're going up north. The St. Patrick's Organization for Development will be having their annual fiesta. Yeah, the annual St. Patrick's Day fiesta. And the fiesta will feature a church service at the St. Patrick's Anglican Church on Sunday, 16th March, so that's this coming Sunday. In the morning, the opening ceremony. In the evening at the Sauterres bus terminal, followed by a gospel concert. So just starting with the usual. Right, on Monday, 17th March, a primary school quiz will be held at the St. Patrick's Anglican School, and the primary school quiz is usually very exciting as the youngsters battle for supremacy. Also, a health forum will be part of the offering this year, and it will be held on Tuesday, the 18th March at the St. Patrick's Anglican School as well. What happens on Wednesday? Well, on Wednesday, Riversally is featured here. The past year in Riversally, St. Patrick's East versus St. Patrick's West in a football competition. That should be exciting. So don't forget, Wednesday, we don't have times as yet, but I guess, during the course of the week, you'll be informed of the times. There's a secondary school debate will be held at the Grenada Seventh-day Adventist Comprehensive School, and that's on Thursday, the 20th March, followed by a dance exercise with Western Corps at the Anglican Schoolyard. Right? So there's something that comes to mind, but I ain't going to say it. I keep it from me. Penny for your thoughts. Bonje, you want me to say wrong thing here tonight? Not tonight. Tonight I'm behaving myself. So far there's an activity every day. So let's see what happens on Friday, because we had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And, there's no Thursday. Yes, Thursday is a dance exercise and thing. So there's the Beer Festival will be held on Friday, 21st March, which is branded by Carib and Guinness. So the Beer Festival. And on Saturday, 22nd March at the 4 pasture, a fun day will be held to end the fiesta celebrations. And then Sunday, there must be Sunday. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about Sunday, but I'm sure there's a street fiesta on Sunday. There's the displays and exhibitions and so that takes place on Sunday. So even if you don't have it here, I can tell you, right? Because that's where I'm from. I know what's going on. Football, the Grenada Football Association together with FIFA, right, hosted a referee workshop which started from the 3rd of March and went on to the 14th. That's today, so you should have ended today. The course structured around the training of inexperienced referees, or persons at least who would like to referee, and focus on how they should properly conduct football matches. So GFA is ensuring that they raise the adjudication at matches up a notch by ensuring that referees get the necessary training. 37, the whole of Grenada, boy. 37 members from different clubs throughout the island attended the workshop. There's plenty footballers there, plenty referees, but of course we need them, because you would notice that football is on the rise in Grenada. And not only football, as we continue the program this evening, there's also some excitement as to what other sport is on the rise. So that's why you have to stay tuned. And Fish Friday, well, this is golf. This is Friday, sorry, and Fish Friday takes place every Friday at golf. So don't forget, after the show, that's where we're headed. So we take a break, we'll be right back, and when we come back, more exciting information on Bonje.
Bonje, it's a cultural theme. Experience the goodness of the spice. Friday nights from 8 to 9. Culture at its best. A way of life, of customs and traditions. Bonje, hear the stories. Listen to the music. Witness the action and the old talk. A real Grenadian cultural experience. Bonje, a product of the Grenada Cultural Foundation.
There is still a place where untouched beauty meets soothing experiences and a warm people. It is a place where cascading waterfalls meet quiet meandering rivers to join silky stretches of white sand beaches. A place where you are greeted with the friendly smiles of the local people, while the rich aroma from the abundance of tropical fruits, fresh herbs and spices fill your lungs. A place perfect for curious minds, minds intrigued by 18th century plantations, a water-propelled rum distillery, historical forts, and petroglyphs that are still visible today. A place where you can go turtle watching, feed mana monkeys, and marvel at water-filled craters created from extinct volcanoes. This place also allows you to enjoy perfect year-round sailing conditions while diving the world's first underwater sculpture park. This charming place is neatly situated in the Southern Caribbean and is popularly referred to as the Spice Islands of the Caribbean. These islands are Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. So come visit us as we take you on a journey like never before. Come, experience the rhythms of spice.
I'm telling you, I get it, and one day you think is, listen, I'm learning, and I learn it. But here, not just for the jump. The jump is for the montage and the intro. At this stage, we're as I promised just before the break, we have an interview with somebody who I'm extremely excited about, because what he's here to speak about is another sporting activity that is just taking off. Earlier on, you heard about the GFA football and thing, and you know the association with FIFA and how that is growing. Well, it's not only that is growing, and we have the PRO of the Grenada Volleyball Association. Yes, you didn't know there was a volleyball association? And it's happening, well, let me tell you something. We have the gentleman here, he's going to talk to us. Mr. Philip. Jason Philip.
Yes, thank you for having me. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, there are some persons outside there who, like myself, didn't know that you had an organized volleyball association, that there's some of the activities that we discussed, just before the show started. So we want you to tell us the state of volleyball in Grenada.
Well, as you said, I'd like to thank you for having us here tonight. Bonje, it's a lot going on, There's a lot going on for volleyball here in Grenada.
You know the tagline.
Right. So in Grenada here, we actually have an exciting year coming for volleyball. 2014 is going to be the introduction of a lot of new things for volleyball in Grenada. And we do believe that it's going to be a whole new world for persons in Grenada to show their skills, their talents, to be able to expand their views in another sporting arena. So far this year, we've had our beach tournament, the first round of our beach tournament, which took part in Guave. We took it out of St. George's and went up to Guave in the fishing town.
It sounds nice out there.
Even better. And we had our first round there, and the second round is going to be held on the 29th, where we're going to have the quarter, semis, and finals. Now, the winner of this competition is actually going to represent Grenada for 3 months, traveling through the region, Central America and the Caribbean in beach tournaments. And these are playing against the professional players from United States, Central America, and the Caribbean. Now, that is excellent news for us here. It gets the time to get more exposure, experience, and playing with world-class players. So we have that coming up here. On top of that, we've had for the first time one of our teams actually qualifying for the second round of the Youth Olympics in beach tournament. So we have the girls from up north in Grenville, Cassie and Billy. They'll be traveling to Puerto Rico on the 9th of April to take part in that competition there.
Go girls!
We're
Go
looking
girls!
for them,
Go
put the
girls!
bus, you know, and we're just looking forward to that happening there. We have also one of the biggest news for us, hosting one of the world qualifiers for beach tournament in Grenada here.
No. Bonje. I mean, I can't believe that all this thing happening in basketball. Right here?
In volleyball, right here.
Basketball, sorry, volleyball. Bonje are confused.
So all of that is happening on this island here, and it's going to be bringing a whole new experience to persons here. This year in the beach tournament, we had approximately 19 beach teams taking part in that first round, and 5 female teams starting off this competition. It's growing so much, and we're appealing to the public to come out to support the teams, because it's just only going to get bigger and better here as we grow together.
Jason, that's very good news. I mean, 19 teams. How many persons do you have on a basketball team? On a volleyball. I just keep saying that.
On the indoor court, we have 6. Well, you have 6 on the court, and of course your subs. On the beach, you play with is a 2-member team.
Two persons?
Two persons playing. Make a team for the beach. So we had 19 teams playing up there, male teams, and then of course 5 female teams. The competition was very good, and we're going to see even better on the 29th as we continue to grow the sport. We're endeavoring to push the sport beyond that here, and we want to, as we explain to the players, we're actually going to be seeding players at the end of this competition.
Very good.
So you're going to have persons ranked in Grenada here, and from that we're looking to create our divisions, our first division, our second division, and even later on put a Premier League in, whereby we can invite other players from around the Caribbean to come to take part in our Spice Premier League beach volleyball competition. Bonje is going to be good.
Tell me something, Jensen. Let's speak about the rudiments of the game and the difference between the basketball on the beach and, let's say, basketball, the indoor game. Because obviously we speak about a difference in numbers.
Right.
Which of the two you think is a tougher game to play?
Well, they both have their own individual unique skill sets. For me, I do believe the beach is more tactical and technical sport, whereby it's only 2 of you on the sand, and you have to defend a 30 by 13 court.
That's what I thought.
30
I mean,
feet by 30 feet of sand.
I didn't play so much, but I think I so dotish. I figured that had to be the tougher of the two.
Yeah, I mean, you play in hot sun. You play during the daytime in the sun. You have all the elements to deal with. If rain starts to fall when the game is playing, the game doesn't stop. So you have all of that. On top of that, you're playing in dead sand a lot of the times. So the constant jumping, a game can last about 45 minutes. So it's 45 minutes of jumping, diving, playing in this hot sun, and it can take a toll on the body. But again, that's just what the sport calls for.
Let's speak about the new trust, because when I was much younger, I remember that there was volleyball. We played volleyball in the past year, and it was not a very organized kind of sport even then. As a matter of fact, I think it might have been on the tail end of that era.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, it went through a period of dormancy. But now I'm hearing about a revival. I'm hearing about competitions locally. I'm hearing about Grenada's hosting of a regional tournament and all of that. This new trust, tell us when it actually started and who are the persons deeply behind it. I mean, we know you are the PRO. Obviously, there must be other persons involved in the association. Yeah,
well, we have a nice association working together. Mr. Ralph Lord is our president at present. We have Isaiah Solomon Jeremiah, who is our treasurer. And there's a few other members that come together. We have players from the different teams that make up our association. At present, I must say, hats off to the Ministry of Sports and the Olympic Association, because they have been supporting us recently in getting the game together. It's been a lot of work with the schools. Coach Raphael Braffett is the head for volleyball in the Ministry of Sports, and he has been doing a phenomenal job in getting the game out to the different secondary schools, getting the guys involved, having it exciting games being played. I should have said that we had just completed also the secondary school competition here. Sorry, the secondary school competition is going to be ending in this month here. So you had the secondary school competition that is going on. There's so much things that have been done. We've been having small companies that have been coming on board. I have to say also we've had from Andrew Greenidge, who has been helping us with the current beach competition that we have, Trio Entertainment, and hats off to him for his hard work that he's putting in there. But it's all in all, it's the different clubs that are currently formed along with the association that has been pushing the sport forward. Along with, I guess, the ministry, as I said before, who has been helping us with the schools and the competitions that we've been having.
Okay, which parishes do you see greater representation or greater involvement? Is it spread around the island, or is there concentration in particular parishes?
Well, as you know, with everything, when you're starting over, you would find that there are certain areas where you find a greater concentration. Yeah. The two areas where you find the highest concentration right now is Sautez, one. Well, I should say the St. Patrick's zone. They've always been known for volleyball. The guys up there are heavily into it. I remember being younger and being up in the bushery, and the guys would be on the beach playing up there. And today, the guys still have that rich culture of volleyball in Sautez. You also find it in St. George's here. St. George's, we have there's 3 teams really that plays, 3 clubs that really play in the St. George's area, along with St. David's. There's the teams from St. Andrews and so forth. We also have a team from Guave, and we're now looking to spread it along into Carriacou. So we're working on actually building the sport into each parish and making sure that everyone is well represented, because we don't want to leave any talents behind. The FIVB through NORCECA, which is the regional body.
Hold on. You just dropped something that made it FIVB. You know, tell me. I mean, that kind of sound like a volleyball, you know, a frisbee on the beach. Yeah. So FIVB, that's the federation
of volleyball, the International Volleyball Federation.
Federation of International
Volleyball, right?
FIVB,
Right. So that's the body, the head body for the entire world. And then NORCECA, which would be the Northern, Central, and Caribbean Association.
So that's where we fall under.
That's where we fall under, would be there. So we've been given some funding through the NORCECA, through FIV, through NORCECA here. And it has been pushing the game by leaps and bounds. We've been getting some equipment. We've been getting some of the youth equipment which is needed to get the grassroots games going. At the end of last year, we had a grassroots training session. And we're spending the time right now and into this new year actually sending coaches out to have them trained in the game, so that we can have persons properly taught how to play the game and how to pass on the skill of volleyball to new persons coming into it. So we've been having that happen. We have one from the north. We usually call him Pastor, who is back now, and he's now a level 2 certified FIVB coach. Now, we're working on getting more, and we're looking to see if we can get one of the trainers into Grenada here, so that we can have a larger participation of persons who would like to be certified coaches, and so that we can build the game and we can go forward even stronger and better into 2015.
Good. Now you spoke on certification, persons adjudicating, right? Referees. What do you call them? Referees, umpires.
Referees, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you spoke earlier on some of the technical or you know,
very technical and tactical, yes.
But what do in terms of equipment? That's what I wanted to get to. Equipment and so. What sort of equipment? You're on the beach playing basketball. What's your gap? How are you attired? I mean, what do you need to be ready, game ready?
Well, ready for volleyball on the beach. The game is very simple when it comes to attire for the beach. It's usually short pants, just like going on the beach. You know, they would say like a surfer, beach bum, right? So you can your soft pants and your vests. Most guys would wear the shades because, of course, the reflection from the sun on the sand sometimes can be very intense when you're playing during the daytime.
And of course, you don't want the sun going in your eyes neither. Too.
Exactly.
And that can happen.
That can happen. So you'd have that, you'd have a cap on. Of course, lots of water nearby because it takes a bit. Yeah. But in reference to the technicality of the sport, as it has been recorded, volleyball is the most technical sport that you can find, because a lot of the movements are not, as I say, natural movements that you have to make in order to play the ball and so forth. So you find that it takes a little bit of skill to get into the game. And I say 95% skill and 5% natural born talent.
Could you use your foot?
You can use any part of your body in volleyball.
Are you serious?
Yes,
That was supposed to be a trick question. Bonje, you can play volleyball with your foot.
Any part of your body is actually legal for playing the game.
Okay.
So if the ball is coming too high, you can't get it and it knocks it off your chest.
That could work.
That works. That
Okay.
works just the same.
So
So
you can make a back flick if you want to get sweet on the game.
oh yeah, man. Yeah. So it allows you for it's a fun game, and we're looking to bring all of that to Grenada here. Along with that, we have 16 tours to do this year on beach.
Wow. Around this island or outside of? Well, you speak about touring, so you're speaking about going out of the
Going
island.
out.
Yeah.
That's 16 trips from Central America through the Caribbean for persons. So this is not just telling you that we're looking to just keep our players here. We want them to get the exposure. There is a under 17 competition coming up, under 23 competition, and that's not in Grenada, that's traveling out coming up. There's the senior teams, both male and female, that has to travel to take part in competitions, both within the region and a part of the world tournament that is coming up. So we're looking at a lot of exposure for the persons who are playing to go out.
Great, great. And on that note, because of time constraints, we have to cut it here.
Yes.
But next time, we'll probably get a chance to speak about the financial cost associated and the potential for earnings and all of that, you know, how far you could take it in international status, what is about, but unfortunately, we can't go there this evening.
That's okay.
But I want to wish you all the best as you endeavor to take volleyball, I just keep saying basketball, volleyball to the highest heights in Grenada. And I also want to compliment what's happening thus far. Because just speaking with you, we get to realize that even if probably don't get as much information on the outside, but there's a lot happening in volleyball.
Yes.
We want to continue asking you to continue getting the word out and keep on keeping on.
Thank you. I just want to say, if persons are interested, they can always just visit our Facebook page. We have the Grenada Volleyball Association on Facebook. Like us, and you will always get more information there. So you can just join on there. If you have questions, anything, you can always just ask us, and we will be more than willing to give more information as we go by.
Speaking with Mr. Jensen Phillip, the PRO from the Grenada Volleyball Association, and letting you know that there's quite a lot, and there's a lot of information coming out from Mr. Phillip there, but hopefully we get him again on the program some other time. Right, we take a break. When we come back, more interesting information right here on Bonje. Don't move.
Bonje, it's a cultural theme. Experience the goodness of the spice. Friday nights from 8 to 9. Culture at its best. A way of life, of customs and traditions. Bonje, hear the stories. Listen to the music. Witness the action and the old talk. A real Grenadian cultural experience. Bonje, a product of the Grenada Cultural Foundation.
Welcome back to Bonje, and just before the break, we just had a really interesting interview with Mr. Jensen Phillip, and he is the PRO of the Grenada Volleyball Association. Quite a lot happening in volleyball. I feel excited about sports in Grenada. Things are happening. I mean, FIFA, through GFA, through their involvement in FIFA is doing quite a bit. I mean, I heard an interview this morning, Mr. Cheney Joseph, and there's a lot of things happening in Grenada, a lot of potential. Right, lighting up of the playing field and other things happening. I think GFA has just actually got some lands from the government of Grenada in Queen's Park to do something there. So there's quite a lot happening in sports, right? But at this point now, we want to share with you, as per usual, our Bonje moment, and you know that's part of the show where we drop a little excitement, give you something that will make it tickle you a little bit, and we try to just take the usual, normal, and take the Mickey out of it. Stay tuned. Enjoy.
Bonje, Bonje. Bonje, Bonje.
And some of you might be asking, well, what just happened? You know, I mean, it was so quickly. But you see, sometimes some things are very obvious, and other times you need to have it explained a bit. Now, the camera crew was on the road taking shots of the Shakespeare Mass. And one mass, just one Shakespeare, the player of the mass, just seemed to, you know, just go wild and come right up to and brush with the camera as if he wanted to actually make sure you get me, you know, that sort of thing. So that was what it just, I mean, it just had, when the thing happened, say, Bonje, what's the matter with him? That's our Bonje moment right there. let's take it again. Let's act. Now that you have the explanation, take a look at it again. Bonje. So what's the matter with him?
Bonje, Bonje. Bonje, Bonje.
So that was it right there, our Bonje moment. We take a break again, and when we come back, we go into our second interview for the evening.
Bonje, it's a cultural theme. Experience the goodness of the spice. Friday nights from 8 to 9. Culture at its best. A way of life, of customs and traditions. Bonje, hear the stories. Listen to the music. Witness the action and the old talk. A real Grenadian cultural experience. Bonje, a product of the Grenada Cultural Foundation.
There is still a place where untouched beauty meets soothing experiences and a warm people. It is a place where cascading waterfalls meet quiet meandering rivers to join silky stretches of white sand beaches. A place where you are greeted with the friendly smiles of the local people, while the rich aroma from the abundance of tropical fruits, fresh herbs and spices fill your lungs. A place perfect for curious minds intrigued by 18th century plantations, a water-propelled rum distillery, historical forts, and petroglyphs that are still visible today. A place where you can go turtle watching, feed mana monkeys, and marvel at water-filled craters created from extinct volcanoes. This place also allows you to enjoy perfect year-round sailing conditions while diving the world's first underwater sculpture park. This charming place is neatly situated in the Southern Caribbean and is popularly referred to as the Spice Islands of the Caribbean. These islands are Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. So come visit us as we take you on a journey like never before. Come, experience the rhythms of spice.
Welcome back to Bonje. And let's see, those of you who are very observant, the viewers who are very observant, will you tell me what, or not tell me, you can't right now, but just take a look at the set and see what's different. Right? Aha, you got it. There's a beautiful picture right to the front. I wonder if the camera would pan on the picture. Right, well, there's more than just a beautiful picture. There's
beautiful woman.
So I am, no, it just bust my bubble. I thought you were just going to show the picture, so then I would actually get a chance to introduce Suzanne. But here am I with picture in terms of the picture right here, and actually the person who created the picture.
Yes.
So that's a great introduction. Suzanne Means, welcome to Bonje.
Nice to meet you. So happy to be here.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. And I want to ask you these questions, just as we had a little chit chat just before we actually put the camera on you.
Why? What is so funny? Hey, Bonje.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
And that is exactly where I want to go, because looking at you, one may think Suzanne doesn't look as a Grenadian, so she's somebody who came here, right? Suzanne, tell us who is Suzanne Means.
Well, I'll tell you, my family is a grafted-in family.
Uh-huh.
My family has been here since 1952.
Right.
So we have 4 generations in Grenada.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And this is home for me. This is where I grew. This is where I went to school. This is where my children have been born.
Right.
And
right.
so we are Grenadians.
Bon Dieu, you hear I tell you? Okay, so here we have one of your beautiful paintings. And those of you who do not know, the name Susan Maines is synonymous with wonderful art, just like her, right? She's an artist of no mean order, right? And she has been doing this, as she indicated to me earlier on, for quite a while, in excess of 30 years. She actually said she started when she was 2.
I'm very young. No, I didn't start when I was a child. I always was interested in it, but I, didn't have the opportunity until I was actually started pursuing it, in my late 20s.
Right. So Susan, you actually have done, you actually do an art shop.
Yes,
right?
I have a gallery.
Right.
Yes.
And so you not just paint, you actually push the art as much as you possibly can.
Yes.
And you have done displays, you have done exhibitions, right? What keeps you involved in this?
Well, I would say I have a passion for it. And beyond a passion, I have a belief that art is a natural resource, it's a human resource, and that if we invest into it, it can give great rewards. And so in my own life, I have invested into it, my time, my energies. I have used it in the lives of other people to help them, to build them up, and it has great economic power.
Great, and I like that word, economic power, because we at the stage in Grenada now where there are a lot of things that we want to take and make sure we could value add and get the economic power out of it. We need to, right? And this is not the best of times, but even if it was the best of time, we still need to.
That's right.
Tell us about you. Do you make your living by
I do.
art?
I do make my living with art.
Great.
I didn't in the beginning. It had to be a process of growing to that point, but now I do.
Right. So there we know there's point number one, that you could actually
Yes.
make a living from as an artist, right? Your own paintings, your own creations, you can make a living by it. But tell us, what are some of the challenges that you face in terms of getting to that point?
Well, first of all, art in Grenada, I have to just say it plain like it is not very much respected. If a child tells a parent they want to grow up and be an artist, the parent goes, that's nice, you're going to study law.
You might get a flogging too.
Yes, exactly. It's not well respected because people don't realize the potential that it has. And so, that was one of my challenges. When I say I'm a self-taught artist, I really taught myself. I read, I learned, I talked to other artists. Anytime I had an opportunity to travel, I would go to museums and galleries to see what was going on. There is not much of an institutional structure for artists to help them along in Grenada. So I want to be a part of that change to make it so that the younger ones coming up have more help than I did.
Great, great. And I'm told, one guy told me one time, if you want to find out how sophisticated countries, people are, check the artwork.
That's true. That's true. That's
Check
true.
the artwork.
And how they value the art.
And they value
Do
the
you
place
see
of
the art when you come in at the airport? Are you welcomed by it? Do you see monuments honoring their heroes? Those kind of things. Is there a museum where art, is there a museum for visual art where visitors, Grenadians can go and look at the art? Right now I have to say no, there isn't. We need it.
Tell me something, in terms of equipment. Now, of course, you need brushes, you need the requisite paint and all of that. How easy it is to find those stuff here?
Not easy. Not easy. I have been saying for years that artists should be treated like farmers. Most of the stuff that comes in for farmers is duty-free.
Yeah.
I think that art supplies should be duty-free. The artist could get an identity card just like a farmer or a fisherman has, present their identity card and get the duty and the VAT taken off of because supplies are already expensive. And then when you put shipping and duty and VAT on it, it gets sky high.
Right, right. And then then some people say, oh, plenty money for art, Bon Dieu, I ain't buying that. You just sit down and just dab some paint on a brush and paint on a canvas, all that money.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Let's speak about the value now. And I'm speaking of value because it's a creation. You take a canvas, plain, simple, and at the end of it, maybe a week, 2 weeks, in some cases 3 months, some cases
Or
2 years,
or 30 years.
or 30 years, and to eventually get it to that evolutionary process where
Yes.
it evolves into something, a wonderful work of art. But there's time,
Yes.
there's creativity, there is sometimes there's passion, of course. There's love, I just love what I do. So obviously that influences the value over
It
time.
does. It does. And then the other thing that makes the price of art go higher is an intangible thing. It's who has collected it. Do you have 100 people that have collected your work? Well, then your price can go up a bit. Do you have 200 people? Your price can go a little higher. Do you have
Right.
somebody who is a celebrity?
And they have bought something
Has
from you?
Oprah collected your work?
Okay.
Not yet. But celebrities make a difference. I mean,
Yes.
somebody important has your piece of art, the value of your art goes up.
So that's because I wondered too. I mean, I know obviously because of the creation and the time and all of that, but who collected your art?
Who collects your art?
The price.
Yes, yes. That's why Grenadians need to collect Grenadian art, because by doing that, they will raise the value of young people who are getting into it, and they will say that they have enough belief in Grenada that what they're paying for in that little piece of art will increase, and the value of it will increase year by year because that artist is being collected now by many people.
Okay. So guys, go out and get the art. And it's not just that you want to fatten somebody's pocket. It's more than that.
That's right.
It's the fact that you're creating an industry, you're supporting an industry.
Homegrown industry.
Right? And homegrown, which is a popular buzzword these
Yes,
days.
yes.
Right? But when the word gets out that, okay, Grenadians buy Grenadian art
Absolutely.
because persons are purchasing, then you create value for that that artist and the industry on a whole. So it's not just we figure we want to make Miss Millions rich or them artists rich, right? But what different types of art there are? Because I know some people do abstract. I know
Yes,
abstract.
yes.
And some people would probably just look at and do portraits.
Yes, yes.
Apart from this too, I'm not sure I know of
Well,
any other. What others
there
there?
are so many more that's happening right here in Grenada. So many more. Like you said, there's painting. So there's many different genres of painting, from, landscapes, seascapes, like you said, abstract, things that are motivated by ideas that the artist wants to get across. Our culture is very well portrayed by artists. I think of that young artist, Nico Thomas, who just came back from art school in Indonesia. He's done some amazing
I heard about that guy.
paintings.
Yes,
Yeah.
Indonesia, I heard about him.
Amazing paintings showing the dancing of Grenada, the dancers, and some of the paintings he mixes Indonesia and Grenada in the same paint. You have to invite him to come and speak with you.
Yes, we probably
Yeah,
would.
Nico.
I'm sure a producer would
Yeah,
be
he's-
happy to have him on.
Okay, but I was talking about the different types of art that are done right here in Grenada. Okay, so besides the painting, there's sculpture, there's figurative sculpture, which actually looks like a person or an animal or whoever, and then there's abstract sculpture in wood, in glass. There's ceramic work, where somebody takes clay and makes it into different objects and people. There's abstract artists who are sculptors who use glass to make the sculpture. Besides that, there's people who work on paper, so watercolor on paper. There's people who work in textiles, so actually making the art by drawing with wax and then dyeing the fabric, so batik.
Right. I've seen that. That's too is quite a work of art.
It's a real art.
Yes.
It's a
And
craft
what
that
I
has
like
to be
about that
learned.
too
Yeah.
is that there's usually there is one a piece type of creation.
Yes.
There's no duplication.
It's
in it.
one of a kind.
Yes,
You cannot
yes.
make another one exactly like it, even if you tried.
And that
Yeah.
always stands
Yeah.
out. That stands
And
out.
then another form of art is photography. That young guy, Teddy Frederick, is doing amazing photography. He is so creative, and what he is putting out could go straight to any of those art fairs in Miami or New York, because it is of such high quality. So there's a tremendous amount going on in art in Grenada.
How do you get yourself out there? I mean,
Okay, as an artist?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, you have to paint and paint and paint and paint. I'm a painter, so I'm using painting as the
Yes,
example. Okay.
okay.
Put in whatever it is. You have to work. It only comes through the hand and the brush, the hand and the brush, the hand and the brush, just like any other skill. You show your work to people, You say, what do you think? Don't listen too much to your friends. Your friends are going to tell you, wow, that's
Everything looks good.
fantastic. It's
Everything
so
you do.
good. You should get $1,000 for that. Don't
Yeah,
listen to your friends.
Yeah, Bonjay is the best painter in the world.
Yes. That person looking real.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't listen to your friends. Try to find an artist who's more mature than you and get some helpful criticism from that person, because that person's going to be able to tell you, look, you're going a little wrong there. You know, you need to straighten up. You need to do this right, or you need to do that. All right. So how to start? Do a lot of work. The Grenada Arts Council gives people the opportunity to to show their work. So you can get your work shown. Start with the prices kind of low, because you want a lot of people to have it.
Right.
You want it to be
the
affordable.
The emphasis on much people having it.
Yes.
That's a good place to start.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how I started. Another artist gave me that advice. When I sold my first little painting, it sold for $100 EC. And the guy...
That's the best $100 you would have made in painting so far.
I took
That
it.
first one.
I took that money. I went and I bought more paint.
Right.
You know,
right.
and so always building back into your business, because when you're an artist, you have a business, and that means when you're working as an artist, you get up in the morning and you paint. Sometimes you don't feel like it. People say, oh, do you have to wait for inspiration? No, you work. You get up and you work, and maybe later in the day, inspiration will come walking down the road to meet you.
Let me just right on that point there, I want to ask a question. Do you think your best creation could come in a day when you didn't feel like painting at all?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
You never know when your best day is going to come.
Oh, okay. So you take that brush and
And
you
you
paint.
start. You have an idea. You start with the idea. You start to paint. You start, and then as you're going, sometimes it jumps out at you. Oh, this is what it was. Yes. So work.
Right. Get to work.
That's right. You work. So you go on. You show your work. You sell it pretty reasonably to start with. And I tell people you have to do 100 paintings to know who you are. You know, you have to. I don't want other people to be painting to try to look like what mine look like. I want them to be painting so that it looks like theirs.
Right.
And that's how you
right,
get there. You get there
right.
just by working.
Great. Tell us, you have one of your creations right here.
Yes.
Let's speak a bit about that. Could you have the cameras? And from where I sit, it appears as though this is a beach scene with a boat. Is that what I'm saying? The sails of a boat?
The sails of a boat, and very particularly the workboats.
The
I love
The workboat.
the workboats of Grenada. I'll tell you why I love it. I love it because it's beautiful, for one thing. The color, the sky, the sea. I love it because it's of our tradition. When you can tell which village the boat comes from by the shape of the boat.
That's true. That is true.
The boats-
if you're fully in tune, you know.
The boats are built by hand. The knowledge is passed down from one generation to the next. The materials, the bamboo for the boom and the spa and all of those sailing terms, is the bamboo has to be cut just exactly at the right time so it's strongest.
Yes, yes.
So there's so many traditions that are uniquely of Grenada that have to do with this sailing. I think it's one of our most authentic things that we have. And when they have the regatta, that encourages it, because the guys get together and have a lot of fun, and there's
Yes,
prizes,
yes,
and
yes.
every part of it is just, so I have done lots and lots of these because I find it very intriguing. And so I'm going to keep doing it. As long as I love it,
Yes,
I'll
you're
keep
gonna
painting
doing
it. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. So that's here our workboat as painted by Suzanne. And, I just like the sails. What I like, the sails, they seem to be majestic.
Yes.
And they
Powerful.
go right to the top of the picture, so it stands out at you.
Yeah,
From,
it's the main thing. It's takes center stage
Yes.
in the painting. Yes.
Yes. No, and that in a sense is you can design your painting to fit into your
To the story that you want to tell. Yeah.
Because and I looked at there's a friend I still have, although it's not in Grenada, Ivan Godfrey.
Yeah.
He used to be in Heritage
Yeah,
Media Company,
yeah.
and Ivan had this unique skill of putting bead scenes on little stones.
Yes. Yes.
And it used to be so
Yes.
detailed. You could
Yes,
see
you use tiny
coconut
little
tree.
brushes. Yes,
you-
yes.
And you see the bird flapping, but the bird, when you really look at it, it's just a little,
Just a
little,
mark.
just like
Yes.
even like a V.
Yes. Yeah.
A little V.
But your eye
But
tells
can
you
tell,
it's a bird.
You can see
Yes.
that, and you're not seeing a little bird.
Yes.
You're seeing a big bird
Yes.
because of
The object is little. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought it just a unique.
But I
unique
mean, that
skill.
brings another point. Anything can be painted on. A stone, a piece of
Right,
driftwood, a
right,
brick,
right,
anything.
right.
You can paint on anything.
Great. And Suzanne, we want to thank you so much for joining us here this evening. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing.
Thank you,
for
thank
sharing.
you. I
And we want to
enjoyed being
encourage-
here.
Great. And we want to encourage you to continue painting away. Put the heart and your love and inspiration in it, because I've always said to, at the end of the day, that's your creation.
Oh, I
And
should
it will live
invite
long
you.
after Suzanne is no more your creation.
That's
will be
right. It
here.
will still be there. I should invite you to visit me at Art and Soul Gallery at Spiceland Mall.
Yes.
That's where that's where
I'll
my
do that.
paintings will be displayed, and the work of other artists as well.
Yes.
So you are welcome.
Thank you. I promise I will pass.
Great.
Good.
Good to be here.
Yeah, speaking with Suzanne Mains, and she's a Grenadian artist, authentic Grenadian artist, and she had a display of one of her beautiful paintings here with us. We want to wish her all the best, and to you artists outside there who are, wondering, should I paint? Is it something I could survive with? So you heard it from Suzanne. Yes, you can. You just need to just keep painting, even when you don't feel like it. We take a break now. When we come back, more live action on Bunjay.
Bonjay, it's a cultural theme. Experience the goodness of the spice. Friday nights from 8 to 9. Culture at its best. A way of life, of customs and traditions. Bonjay, hear the stories. Listen to the music. Witness the action and the old talk. A real Grenadian cultural experience. Bonjay, a product of the Grenadian Cultural Foundation.
I'm getting better, I'm getting better. Welcome back to Bunjay, and just before the break, we had this beautiful conversation there with Suzanne Mains, one of our authentic Grenadian artists, and she paints and enjoyed, and has made a living, created a living for herself out of her own work, painting. So, there are opportunities there. And right now, we want to open the lines and give you an opportunity to chat with us. And our question this evening is, tell us, we just had two of our ambassadors taking part in the carnival experience in Trinidad and Tobago. We had Wilt Talpri Cambridge, and we had Hollis Map, a.k.a. Mr. Killer. And these two guys went out there and they sold Grenada. I mean, we know the results. But tell us what you think about the performances. So call us and give us an idea of what do you think about the performances from Mr. Killer and Talpri. The number is 435-2636. So give us a shout. We know our sons went outside there and did extremely well. That's what most Grenadians think. And I'm in a group who thinks, yes, they did well. The results were varied, right? But give us an idea of what you think about the performances. That's the question we want answered. Right, so 435-2636, that's the number again. And you can call us whether you're actually viewing us on GIS or viewing us on GBN, because yes, we got our GBN friends with us this evening. 435-2636. What do you think about the performances from Hollis Map, a.k.a. Mr. Killer, and Wilt Cambridge, a.k.a. Talpri? The lines are going, boy. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Bunjay. Hello, yes, good evening. We seem to have missed it the first time. Hello, welcome to Bunjay. Hello?
Hello?
Well, we seem to have, no, we seem to have missed that caller. I wonder if you're still on the line. Hello? No. Well, maybe they have an opportunity to call back again. We seem to have missed that caller, but obviously there was somebody trying to make contact with us to answer the question. What do you think about the performances from Hollis Map, who is Mr. Killer, and Wilt Cambridge, Talpre, in the recently held carnival in Trinidad. Of course, we also know with respect to recent carnivals that Carriacou as well did have the carnival there, and I'm told that it was huge this year. Some people say they can't wait till next year. So I have a sneaky feeling that Carriacou's carnival is going to be a big thing in the region based on the direction it's heading. As a matter of fact, it could be sold as one of the biggest things in the Grenadines, and attracting participants from all over the Grenadines, not just Grenadians going up. We seem to have a caller again. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Bonje.
Good night.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello. How do?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Good evening. Welcome to Bonje. Okay, well, we seem not to be able to make contact with that person, as though I don't know, might be a delay or something. So. But let's try again. 435-2636. 435-2636. And tell us give us your opinion on the performances of Wilt Cambridge, that's Talpre, and Mr. Killer in the recently held Trinidad Carnival. Let's try again. The lines are going again. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Bonje.
Hello?
Yes, good evening. Welcome to Bonje.
Good night.
How are you doing, my dear? Yes, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you well.
Yeah. What I say Mr. Killer should do?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tell us what you find Mr.
He
Killer
should
should do.
bring all the roly-poly. He should put in the tin woman in the machine first.
The tin woman in the machine first.
That is the first thing he should do.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the first thing he should do. What he should do first, he do it last.
Okay, so you think if he had done it the other way around, the results might have been different.
But anyway, he well performed.
He well performed. he made us proud.
Yes.
Good. Well, thank you so much for calling.
He's unicorn, but I'm with him.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
All right, Bonje.
All right. Take care. Well, so you had the opinion of that caller who figures that Mr. Killer should have probably made his presentation or twisted it a bit instead of having the thin woman go into that, the fat woman go in first. You should have the thin woman go into the roly-poly machine. Right? That's the opinion of one person there. Well, we now about to go into a video moment. As we know, one of the features of our program, one of the constant features as well, is that where we seek to promote our Grenadian artists. And tonight, we have our video moment queued up. So stay tuned and enjoy.
But the place in the world where the whole island famous. Oil from a jump on, soap and drum, the neck for your God Almighty, looks in them, you women to 90. Then he said, that's not all auntie. Better be close and shows in the party. Coffin rolling in the street. Jack doing up rabbit. Taking from a house. Only thing they're thinking. Them daughters. Them stinker daughters. Them naughty money. Them eyes looking bloody. Them daughters. Them stinker daughters. Them naughty money. Them eyes looking bloody. Some afraid we don't afraid we born and we will soon die. Some afraid we don't afraid we born and we will. Look, your mother. Somebody say your mother. Let me talk to Trinidad. I ain't fine. Look, real.
La. Well, that was Talpree, Wilt Cambridge. That's his performance in the Trinidad Carnival. That was the not the power soca. What's this? The groovy, right? But we're keeping the theme on Talpree, keeping the cameras on him. And we're featuring the iconic feature video. Yeah, it's Talpree once again. But this one is going to really make you, to the other side of Talpree. Take a look. Enjoy.
We're going to go over now to Vendam. I'm going to break to you, all Vendam massive. I'd like you to put your hands together for the man, Dubber Man Talpree. Come with it. Wicked and wild in the dub style. Wicked.
Enough respect, man. Stand up. I want to go on. You know, say, first, enough respect to all Vandam Massive, big up on yourself. Maximum respect every time. River Road Massive, Willis, Bolio, all Grenadian. Me love you no bad. Watch out, come with it. Same part of the country thing, eh? Mixing, eh? Watch out. Follow me for me country, ya know me for me homeland. And any way that me go, know me proud Grenadian. Me for me country, ya know me for me homeland. And any way that me go, know me proud Grenadian. Grenada when me from Grenada, fi me born land. Grenada pass through a lot of tribulation. Me ancestors, the whole of them African, and none of them was captured by the white man. Black is so smelling from fast, so they just be own black man. Tell them we chip put them up. Turn up. I know it's so man. Watch out. Say rhythm. Come back again. She love a lane. She love a lane. Watch out. Follow me for me country, ya know me for me homeland. And any way that me go, know me proud Grenadian. Me for me country, ya know me for me homeland. And any way that me go, know me proud Grenadian. Say 1983 was the invasion. Grenada was invaded by the American men. Who sent them down? Say Papa Reagan. Him send them on a very special mission to chase back and yard all them goddamn Cuban. To send them back to their destination. To take all the arms and them ammunition. And take all the bombs and them nuclear weapon. They say the goddamn Cuban want bring back slavery upon the land. Me did not say that me see mass production. Follow me for me country, that don't me for me homeland. Stand up! Watch out! Stand up! You see me? The same version again, man. Me want it. Hold on. Jano. Me hear the foreign boy. Them a send threat and say them bad and wicked. Them no wicked like Grenadian bad boy. Grenadian bad boy run things for years, man. Come with it. Here, tell them this here. She love a ling. One shot. Alpharin bad boy, respect Grenadian bad boy. Even try to test the Ola who no grind. Die Alpharin bad boy, respect Grenadian bad boy. Even try to test the Ola who no grind. Don't they know we had a revolution? We angle enough gun to we angle enough bomb. Till 1983 was the invasion. How much Yankee we kill? About 10,000. But I go on the radio and say 21. So all the secret lady and we are done, man. Stand up, man. I mean,
the early days of Wilt Talpree Cambridge when he was a reggae performer before he made the switch to to soca. I mean, hear the young voice there. I mean, come on, it's just interesting. Well, this is where we wrap up this evening's program. It was a really, really, really good evening, and the hour just flew as per usual. But we want to wish you the best. Have a great weekend. Enjoy whatever you do. Play it safe. You know, head for Fish Friday and go off. And see you next week. Right? I'm Robert White, and it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure being here.